So I'm going to do that. All right. And the reason I have a picture of my family is because I want you to know that I'm executive director and I'm a mom. So I approach all of my camp directing with the parents' lens. And so I understand that you have questions about sending your kiddo to overnight camp, and I want to help your camper feel more comfortable and you feel more comfortable with the experience. And I hope that this can be a long, a happy relationship where we work together for the purposes of youth development. So let's get started. At the Y, we believe in achievement, relationship, and belonging. Those are humongous outcomes of experiences at the Y. And here at camp, you see in this picture the camp counselor helping a camper start a lanyard. If any of you parents ever went to summer camp, maybe you made a lanyard. Sometimes people say to me, like, I still have the lanyard that I made in 1975. And that's great that kids are still making lanyards at camp today in 2025. We also know that a huge outcome of a summer camp experience is friendship. And so kids are learning how to connect face to face, unplugged. They are meeting friends who they might not otherwise encounter and having common experiences together. And that is a beautiful thing about camp for sure. And the last part of achievement, relationship, and belonging is the belonging part. And we believe that after a camp experience, your camper is going to come home feeling like they have like a second home and just a renewed sense of confidence and feeling like they can be themselves. I want to tell you about some of our summer camp programs. So you're probably signed up for one or maybe more of these. Traditional overnight camp is our signature program. It's 6 nights, Sunday through Saturday. Traditional day camp is Monday through Friday, 9 to 4. Equine Adventure Camp is that overnight, week-long camp where they focus on horses all the time. Ranch Day Camp is horses all the time, but during the day. And mini camp is 3 days, 2 nights, mini equine adventure, that, but horses. Intro to overnight is for the youngest kids, just 24 hours. And then preschool day camp, we've got a day camp program, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. For our youngest campers, ages 3 to 5. So super cute with their little backpacks going around camp. But we're talking about overnight camp in this Zoom right now. And this is an example of a bunk room at our Lakeview Lodge. Very simple bunk beds. I usually ask campers, if I were in person giving you a tour, I would say, are you a top bunker or a bottom bunker? And your counselor will help you make your bed. You're going to pack a fitted sheet and a blanket or a sleeping bag and a pillow, and that's going to go on the bed, and that's going to be like your little home for the week. This is a picture of one of the cabin exteriors in the valley. So again, you see it's pretty simple, nothing fancy here. This is a bunk room with screens on the windows. This is a different style. The crew and the equine adventure campers stay in these like circle kind of things. They're called yurts. And that's what the inside of a yurt looks like. So just giving you a little idea, you are going to find out your cabin assignment on the Monday prior to your arrival. And if you requested a cabin mate who's, around your same age, or roughly 18 months of age, then you'll be in a cabin together. The exception to that is that for any groups or like chains of requests, if they have more than 5 kids in a group, then we ask you to split up into like an A and a B and be in cabins next to each other, just so you don't overwhelm the kind of cabin dynamic. It helps the camp counselors manage that friend making and cabin dynamics better. Speaking of camp counselors, it is their job, the camp counselor's job, to help kids make friends. And that is what they do. They are literally trained to help foster and facilitate friendships. And so they will help you meet kids who are like you and kids who are not like you, and be curious and build connections and experience things together. You're going to be doing all of your activities with your cabin group. So it's the kids that you've already made friends with and the counselors that you already feel comfortable with. The activities are including in 3 different areas of camp. We've got the valley, where we do archery and slingshots and sports and games, creek, nature, crafts, mountain biking, hiking, pool, candle making. There's other ones that aren't even on there, like fishing. I'm thinking about. The double disco is our high ropes course. Let's show you a picture of that in a second. And up in that area, there's also a team building area and a zip line. Super cool. And then the lake, of course, has Corkles and the 100-foot water slide we just put back up yesterday. Very excited about that. Some kayaks, canoes, stand-up paddleboards. And really everything is just so much fun. So this is the double disco. The discovery course is what it's called. And this is where we practice something that we do actually all over camp, which is called challenge by choice. And so what this means is that we're gonna challenge you. We want you to challenge yourself, but you're gonna choose your challenge. So we're not gonna force you to go off the zip line, but we're gonna say, hey, what would be a challenge for you what's a goal that you want to overcome, and or a fear that you have that you want to try to like make in the past. And so if that's like going up to this first level of the double disco, then great. If it's just suiting up and getting the harness and the helmet on and then like taking a deep breath, then maybe that was your challenge. And we're going to celebrate those challenges with you. This is, a picture of the lake. This is the Rocket. So part of our lake, these are the Corkles, those circle boats I was telling you about. Some other activities like finding frogs in the creek, just that old classic playing in a creek. Kind of, we've got some great fossils in our creeks. That's one of my favorite things to do, is look at fossils and find salamanders too. We have 2 pools, and I already said the lake. And so you're going to get to go swimming every day if you're at camp for a week. And this is the pool, double twisty slide that goes into the pool. We do have, if you see on this camper's wrist, you see a green wristband. We do have a swim challenge, a swim band system called Test, Mark, and Protect. And this is one of our many safety features at Camp Ernst. And as part of the YMCA of Greater Cincinnati, our swim test procedure includes a red band, a yellow band, or a green band based on swimmer ability. And so the counselors will take your group to the pool, and you will, if you don't really want to take the swim test, or if you are not a strong swimmer, then you're going to get a red band and wear a life jacket in the pool. And that's not a huge deal. The counselors do a great job of like making you feel more comfortable with that. And if you have a goal of working on your yellow band throughout the week, then they're going to help you do that. The life jacket is there to help keep you safe, and the red band is there to help the lifeguards know, like, we've got to make sure that this camper has a life jacket on when they're in the shallow end of the pool, which is the only part that they can go in. Personally, I think floating around with a life jacket on is pretty fun. And so actually, I recommend it. If you choose to take the swim band challenge, then to get a yellow band, you have to swim across the short way of the pool, and which is in the shallow end. So swim across the shallow end, and then to be able to flip over onto your back. And if you can do that successfully and you want to stop there, great. You get a yellow band and you stay in the shallow end for your time at camp. That's cool. Unless you want to maybe later on in the week or that day challenge for a green band. And if you want to do that, then you swim across the long way, like the 25 yards. And if you can successfully do that with your head out of the water, then you get to the other end, and then you have to tread water for 2 rounds of the ABCs or 60 seconds. And then you get a green band, which means you can go wherever you want in the pool. Of course, as long as the pool is open with the lifeguards in place and taking care of you. So that is swimming at camp. Oh, horses at camp. So you might be signed up for Equine Adventure or for Lakeview Ranch Camp or for a trail ride. Those are our 3 overnight horse options. And at Equine Adventure, you're really going to be spending most of your time at the barn. The Equine Adventure campers even have the option of helping with the morning chores at the barn, which means feeding the horses before you even go to breakfast. Kind of crazy, but horse kids love it. You are going to have your be matched with your horse for the session. So, my personal favorite horse is Frosty. So if I was a ranch camper, I'd say like, can I please have Frosty? And then that would be my horse for the week. And every day when I go to the barn, the staff would help me learn how to take care of Frosty. I would be grooming him and helping feed him and clean out his stall and taking arena lessons, riding him, and then going on a trail ride with him. So, and then if you're not in ranch camp or in Equine Adventure, you still have the opportunity to go visit the horses at the barn. And you also can add on a trail ride if you're age 9 or older. And that's just a one-time go to the barn for an hour and go on a little 1-hour trail ride out in our beautiful wooded trails. This is Buttons, another little picture. This is what a trail ride looks like. I caught this when they were going past the office. Again, just like tons of games, tons of counselors helping you have a good time. And even if you're a little nervous about camp in the beginning, you're going to be the counselors are going to help you feel more comfortable and connect you to each other and to new friends and to all the experiences. And they're going to help you with any kind of struggle that you have. If you're a little worried about the food, I want to make sure that you know that our menu, I didn't update this slide, but our menu is posted online now. If you go under summer camp and then overnight camp, there's a tab that says menu and it's there. Maybe Kara can put that link in the chat. We do serve kid-friendly choices. For example, it looks like in this picture, they're eating chicken patties. That's one of my favorite lunches at camp. We have hamburgers, we have quesadillas, we have chicken tenders, we have mini corn dogs, mac and cheese. We have great food. If you happen to not like the food that we're serving at a certain meal, that's okay because we have an alternatives table where there's always a baked potato bar, sometimes like a different kind of soup or a PB&J option. There's always a really great salad bar. I eat more salad in the summer than I do during the school year because the salad bar is so delicious. It's got hummus on it, tons of fresh fruits and veggies. And if you do have special diets, like you have some dietary needs, then we have a special form for you that we want you to fill out, and that will help us take care of you as best we can in the dining room this summer. Speaking of taking care of you, we do have camp nurses and doctors who help the camp counselors take care of you. They will be in charge of all the over-the-counter meds and any prescriptions, and of course, responding to any emergencies. So when you're checking into camp, you're going to come down the driveway, and if you have any medicine, like you get a prescription or you take a Zyrtec every night before you go to bed or something, then you're going to turn that into the nurse on the driveway. And we have a special blister pack that we'll put it in. We've got a special form. We have a system for everything. And so you'll do that. And then the nurse or doctor, whatever, the medical staff for the week will bring that to the dining hall at the appropriate time. And they will make sure that you get it. If it's at bedtime, then there's a designated time and place for them to give that to you also. So we've got all of that figured out. And then sometimes you just need to go to the nurse because like maybe you got a little headache or you scraped your knee or something, or maybe you just want a popsicle. That is a spot where the nurses are coming in handy. The nurse's office is also air conditioned. So if you're a little overheated and you need to cool down, that's a good spot to go. And your counselors will take you there too. Ways to stay connected. I mentioned in the beginning, you're going to be unplugged. That means you don't bring your cell phone or your Apple Watch or your iPad or any of your electronic devices that connect to the internet. And this week at camp is when you are going to connect with nature and connect with other people who are right in front of you. And it's going to be actually it's going to be nice to have a little break from technology. Your parents might be wondering, well, how am I going to know that my kid's okay? And I will tell you, first of all, that our staff does a great job of communicating with parents when there's a concern. And so they will give you a little heads up call if there's something that they have a question about or something that your camper is concerned about. Or upset or worried if they're feeling a little homesick, then the counselor or the unit leader is going to give you a call before it gets to a point where like it's a big deal. You also are going to be able to send letters and care packages. That's a fun way to stay connected or feel like you're connected at camp. You can drop off letters and packages on Sunday at check-in day. And if you label them with the camper's name and cabin and the day that you want them delivered, then our mailroom staff will help get those sorted out and deliver them during mail call every day. We also have a system called Message Your Camper, which is a quick little link on our website that people can use to just send a little email to your camper. Now, your camper's not going to get it in the form of an email. They're going to get it in the form of a quarter sheet size paper that has it printed out. But it's really nice. When my kids were little, my sister-in-law lived in England, and so she often used a Message Your Camper because it was too hard to organize sending care packages or letters from abroad, and the Message Your Camper option was worked out great for her. So it's nice to send a little like joke of the day or a little thinking of you kind of thing, and keep it light and keep it fun. We also will keep up with our Instagram and some other social media, and we will be posting pictures. We have a Zenfolio page. It looks like this. It's linked on our website. And we have photographers on our team who go around and take pictures of the campers during the day, doing the fun activities all over camp. And so you can check in there and kind of get a little sneak peek of what's going on at camp. We are almost done with this Try Camp Before Summer options, but we do have Memorial Day Family Camp coming up this coming weekend, and you are right here at New Camp Family Orientation online. We have also an in-person New Camp Family Orientation if you want to come to camp tomorrow evening and next Wednesday also. So those were all the things that I had on my list that I wanted to make sure I said out loud to you. I will stop sharing now, and if you want to unmute and ask me a question, you're welcome to. I'll check in on that chat box where Kara was working it. Oh yeah, look, she did all of that. Yes, I will say for the mini camp, we are doing mail just on the one full day of camp, so that would be the middle day. But yeah, anybody else have any questions? I threw a lot at you. Well, I'll let Kara say what she thinks are recommendations for care packages.
Question here.
Great.
Keller would like to know if there's group events where the whole camp comes together and gets to play, because we've got one Valley and one Lakeview.
Oh yeah. Hey, Lynn.
Hey.
Yes, Lynn's one of our camp alumni. It's great to see you.
Excited for their first year.
Yeah, glad your kiddos will be at camp this summer.
I mean, I am, but he's not really.
Oh, well, we'll be excited to see you. Yes, we have the whole camp together on Sunday nights at our opening campfire, and the whole camp together on Thursday nights at the Camp Ernst party, and the whole camp together at the closing campfire on Friday night. Other than that, if you're in a different unit at camp, like a different age group, then you'll see people you know if you know someone in a different unit, you'll see them in passing maybe, but you won't have a ton of interaction with them. If you need them for some reason, and your counselor can help make that connection for you.
Thank you. So,
Okay, and then we had somebody asking about oh yeah, Kara got the care packages question. Snacks to share are fine to bring or to send. I don't go over the board with the snacks. I mean, really, they like have there's a lot of kids who bring a lot of snacks, and they have little snack parties, and that's fun. I think snacks are a great way to make friends. Don't pack any peanutty or nutty snacks because there could be a kid who's allergic in your cabin. You just want to make sure that everyone can be included in that way. And let's see here. The boys and girls are in different cabins, and they do cabins, or they do activities together. And the crew has counselors in their cabin. And yes, the health center has the over-the-counter medicines. You do not need to pack them. If you packed them, then we would have to like take them out of their bag and keep them with the nurse anyway. So just don't pack them.
Hi, my daughter has a quick question.
Sure.
She wants to know, you mentioned the letters to the kids. She wants to know if she can write letters to the parents, if the kids can write letters.
Yes. Great opportunity to practice like writing a letter and addressing an envelope and what a stamp is. So all of that kind of stuff. So yes, for sure, you can write letters home, and there will be a time their counselors will probably have you write a postcard anyway. But if you pack stationery and a pen, then there's time for you to write a letter. I have found that many less motivated campers are more motivated if they have one of those, like, it's almost like a Mad Libs kind of like worksheet of like, you can buy them on Amazon even. It's like a letter from camp that's like, my favorite thing that I did today was blah, like a friend that I made was blah, blah, blah. And so, so that's an option too, for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah. Going into 8th grade, 8th through 10th grade is, leaders in training. It is really just the name of the 8th through 10th grade unit at camp. So they still, they have activities that are designed more for their age group. And we hope that everybody has the opportunity to learn how to be a leader. So they still are doing everything at camp like a regular camper would. And Kara is doing a great job getting those questions answered. Oh, somebody always asks what time is bedtime, and I forget to put it in the presentation. So the time of bedtime kind of depends on the night, depends on your campers. Generally, the younger campers are going to bed like 9:30. The older campers maybe 10:30, or give or take, based on what's going on that night. If there was a particularly sweaty game of capture the flag where hundreds of people have to take showers, and sometimes it takes longer to get through that for the evening before getting in bed. So yeah, let me stop the recording. And if you have any other questions, we can ask them.